Hey guys, Zane here with another quick one take review, and today I wanted to talk about the new Megadeth album, The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead. The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead is the latest studio album from thrash metal icons Megadeth, the band behind classic metal records like Peace Sells But Who's Buying, Rust in Peace, and Countdown to Extinction, among many others, though admittedly their more recent output, and when I say more recent output, I mean the output of the band in the last, say 20 years or so, has been less than good, let's put it that way. As such, I kind of feel like The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead is a fitting title overall because Megadeth as a band have been sick for a couple decades now. They should be dying, but for some reason just aren't at all, and unfortunately they aren't dead and they just continue to tarnish their legacy. It almost feels like everything about this record is a cheap shot to take, but I'm gonna take them all. I mean, the instrumentals here are boring and thin. Dave Mustaine's songwriting seemingly gets worse and worse with each album. I thought that the conspiracy theorisms that were found on Dystopia were questionable, but on this record he just replaces it with songwriting that is so on the nose with tracks like Junkie that it's almost comedic and completely takes away from any serious discussion that could potentially be going on in this record. Not even just the general chorus progressions are predictable, but also the guitar solos, the breakdowns, everything is placed so mathematically that you can tell when it's going to happen from 2 tracks away. It's seriously just that painfully obvious of an album. Megadeth don't even have a formula per se, it's just that they are such an average, painfully mediocre band that slightly get worse and worse with each album. Not only is The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead a disappointing record as far as Megadeth albums go, but it's a failure of a metal album in general. Even if this were some indie band that randomly just got signed to a label, this would still be a disappointing record, legend status or not. Also, there's just absolutely no need to butcher the Dead Kennedys classic that is Police Truck on here. I mean, don't cover one of the most amazing punk bands of all time when you are a ex-great metal band that was never one of the best of all time and now are painfully mediocre and should have retired almost a decade and a half, 2 decades ago. Maybe it's just my love of the Dead Kennedys coming out there, but it was truly inessential in every possible way, and it's just as frustrating as the rest of this record, which is very. I'm going to give this album 2 stars out of 5. My one take on this record is that I cannot possibly fathom why somebody would want to sit through the shoddily put together, half-baked instrumentals of The Sick, the Dying, and the Dead when Rust in Peace and Countdown to Extinction are sitting right there ready to listen to at any given time. So again, 2 stars out of 5, and with that being said, that's the end of this quick review, and I'll see you guys in the next one.